Let's go to Vandy at Georgia. Georgia back up to the #1 team in the country. They are favored by 38 in this game. This is the fourth time this season Georgia has been a 30-point favorite or more. They have failed to cover each time thus far. Danny, speak to our good friend Barton Simmons over at Vandy. What do you think happens here?
That's right, Amanda. You know I'm a good friend, and he usually looks out for me in these situations when I take Vanderbilt as the heavy underdog, which I am going to do again. To be honest with you, I hate these big numbers, but you gave a great stat there about how Georgia has fared when they're a 30-plus point favorite. Not very well. I mean, I kind of look at Georgia, and I'm like, what version are we going to get? Are we going to get the version against Kent State or the version against Missouri, which actually almost lost the game outright? I think this one will be close. I think Georgia will have their way versus Vanderbilt, but I do think Vanderbilt is one of those teams that will keep clawing, keep fighting, keep potentially scoring late in the game with some passing touchdowns. So I think Georgia, I don't think you'll see that in the second half they're in danger of losing. I think they'll be in control of this game from start to finish, but I think Vanderbilt will be that pesky squad that doesn't go away. So I'll take that massive number within an SEC conference opponent and take Vanderbilt and the 38.
I know it's hard to sometimes find moral victories, but if you go back to last week and look how Vandy leading Ole Miss at halftime really forced them to make a lot of adjustments that took them outside their comfort zone. I mean, Ole Miss has been a different offense this season, much more of a heavy rushing attack. Unfortunately for Vandy, then Jackson Dart started to find more his best prolific performance through the air, and obviously they ended up pulling away. But the reality is Clark Lea's building something there in Vanderbilt. I don't know that A.J. Swan's going to be able to do much versus this Georgia defense that is still tops in the country, at least in the SEC in that regard, only allowing 10.7 points per game. Jalen Carter's still going to be out for this one, so that kind of leads me to think that Vandy might be able to hang around and force a Georgia offense that, at least in the passing game, has been pretty anemic. Stetson Bennett's gone 3 games without throwing a touchdown pass. This might be the right tonic for him to get back on track, but I don't think they blow Vanderbilt out of the water. So I'll go ahead and take the 38 points here and Vanderbilt. Not saying they keep it close or they can pull off the upset, but I do think you'll see a version of Georgia that's going to be dominant, but at the same time not cover that massive spread.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.